Good evening and warm greetings to all of you. I am Jamba Tshering of final year, pursuing a bachelor's in Buddhist and Himalayan studies. I still couldn't believe that I am graduating this semester because life in college has been an ephemeral journey for me. Days have passed and we are now on the verge of saying goodbyes. So today, I'm here to bid farewell to you all with a part of my story. Every individual of us has our own stories. Indeed, every person of 3 times is going to have different stories to share. A number of people have lived in the world. They left us with thousands of stories. If we keep our eyes open and ears listening, we shall not pass even a single day without hearing a story. There are inspirational stories of success, motivational stories of failure, and a story of romance which presents us with a tragedy and an overwhelming emotions of love. These are the major lines of stories while considering other stories to be infinite. And out of those countless stories, there will be a story which will be mattering to us. The story which would make us feel satisfied or to start life all over again. Depending upon how we have created this story, we have the ability to create. So now is the right time for us to create this story that we desire. Now is the time that we are vested with that ability to create our story into the best version. We might not think anything right now, but I'm sure one day in future, there will be a moment, there will be a time for us where we will look back and appreciate or resent over things which we are doing today. With this, I would like to share you all a part of my story, which would probably be a part of many third-year students' story. When I say a story, it's neither a story of success nor a failure, but it's a story which I think it would help at least some of our younger brothers and sisters to make good use of their times in college. It will be more of a reflection on my gone days in college, and indeed, it will be about the moments which I wish I could go back and live in once again. College, it generally means the fulfilled dream of high school students, as said by our academic dean, Jimeduji sir. As high school students, we used to hear a lot about college life, being so free and happy. And we are often driven by the curiosity to experience college life. So our mind was set even before we reached the college. From the things that we have heard, we are made to think that college life is all about making memories and enjoyments. We are made to believe that college days are to be enjoyed. We are conditioned that life in college are to be enjoyed. And as we are conditioned by reaching the college, we gradually started to believe what our seniors have told us. It is really full of freedom, where if we couldn't concentrate on ourselves, there are many chances that would make us lose ourselves from the track of life. Most of the time, we are driven by the freedoms in college, and we find mostly ourselves engaged in things which would give us temporal happiness and pleasures. But contrary to our actions, every one of us wants to be successful, and all of us has a desire to create our story into its best version. So, to become successful in things which we do and to create our story into its best version, it is important for us to engage ourselves in doing meaningful things, such as developing your skills in the fields which interest you and reading and writing more. It may sound a cliche to remind you all to read and write, because this kind of reminder has often went in vain, with rare people taking it seriously. But despite knowing that it would go in vain again, I'm going to remind you all to read and write more than you ever did. Because at this time, I am realizing that we can only prepare ourselves, we can only get ready to face the life ahead of us through reading and writing. I remember what our academic dean, Jimmy sir, told us when we were in first year. He told us about the importance of college life, to prepare ourselves for the life ahead of us. And he also told us about how fragile college life is if we lose our track during our stay in college. And at this time, I realized why sir told us that college life is fragile. I will start with my own example. I too have taken the meaning of college as enjoyment. But now, with the approaching days of end date in college, I'm wondering why I have given so much of my time in doing invaluable things. I'm now realizing that college life isn't all about making memories and enjoying all the semesters, but it is more of preparing ourselves for the life. It is more of learning new things, and it is more of preparing ourselves for the life ahead of us, which would be probably full of opportunities, but only if we have used our time wisely in college. We have been thinking that we have ample of time to study and learn new things when we are in first year and in second year. And with this thinking, we have reached this far, only to realize that we have been late to realize. When I look back to those bygone days, I think we have been so selfish that we only thought about creating our temporal story a beautiful and comfortable one, but we never have thought about the story beyond college life. Unfortunately, we cannot rewind life and start all over again. However, it is a fortune that we still have our younger brothers and sisters here in college. So, in the hope that it would benefit you all, I have collected some messages from some of the college alumni, some of the pass outs of the college, and third year students. And I have collected these messages for you all, thinking that you all would keep these messages in your mind and make your days in college a meaningful one. These messages have been collected from some of the college pass outs and third year students whom I perceive, whom I think as someone who have used their time wisely during their stay in college. So now, to go with the messages, the first message that I have for you is from this gentleman. I hope some of you might know him. His name is 𝐂𝐮𝐿, and he is currently working as a culture officer in Bumtang, Songkhap. So let us go what he had said to us. His message for us is, so I will take you through his message. I will read what he have written for us. I believe that we all possess the same human potential unless there is some sort of human retarded brain function. Throughout our journey, we may encounter failures, but ultimately there will be a time where success awaits us. Unfortunately, many individuals give up when faced with challenges. Allow me to share my personal story. I had an ambition starting from my primary school to achieve His Majesty's certificate, and in the process of achieving my ambition, I have experienced many setbacks, and tragically, I have lost my father during my 7th grade, causing my aspirations for the certificate to dissipate. Despite all those setbacks and tragedies that I go through, I continue to chase for my ambition. After my 12th grade, I was happy to get enrolled in the College of Language and Culture Studies. And by reaching the college, I saw many of my friends enjoying and making all sorts of memories. At times, I too get disturbed by the environment which surrounds me. However, keeping my ambition in mind, I managed to keep myself focused on my studies. Managed to keep myself on the track of education where I restlessly focus on my studies. Then the most awaited dream comes during my second year in college. I managed to top both the semester in my second year, which allowed me to receive the HM certificate. Initially, I had merely wished for a single certificate, but in the process of achieving my ambition, I had now received 3 such certificates. I am honored to be the 𝐂𝐻ENTSE awardee for the year 2022, and I'm grateful for my teachers that I managed to opt the 3rd position in RCSC. So this is his story, how he have managed to achieve his ambition. So now his real message, what he wants to convey us is that we should set an ambition and start chasing for it. And by the way, I hope you all have your ambition by now. And if you haven't yet one, our elder brother is reminding us to set an ambition and start chasing for it, so that other success and other achievements will come to you in the process of you chasing your ambition. Now to go with the next message, the message I have for you is from the collection manager of Royal Textile Museum. His name is Tandewachu, and he is also a pass out of 2022. And he is currently working as a collection manager at Royal Textile Museum. So his message for us is, the world beyond college is both unpredictable and transformative, but you must face it with courage. Study diligently and nurture your communication skills. Resist the temptations of drugs and alcohol, but seek healthier ways to conquer obstacles. Strengthen your mental fortitude, for the world beyond academia can be both inspiring and challenging. Surround yourself with individuals who inspire you and uplift you. Let the lessons that you learn in college become the stepping stones towards a future filled with purpose, fulfillment, and boundless possibilities. And in the words of the collection manager, I found one word quite relevant to our context. He have mentioned somewhere that resist the temptations for drugs and alcohol. Rather, choose other ways to conquer obstacles. Generally, we engage ourselves in drugs and alcohol because we want to escape from the harsh reality, and we want to suppress certain emotions. But there are many other measures and solutions to overcome those obstacles, rather than going into drugs and alcohol. So when you are undergoing difficult times, try to pour down your thoughts in words and immerse yourself in a good read. If you do so, then I guarantee that you would feel a sense of elation despite the hardships you are undergoing. And you might even get to see the majestic views of Himalayas and the plains of Africa through reading and writing. And these two are the messages from the college pass out, and I have another 2 messages from the 3rd year students of today. And the message that I have for now is from our former chief, Tandewachu, and he's saying that I would recommend you all to refrain from wasting the precious time in college and focus on developing skills in IT and technological fields. He is now referring the time in college as precious. So we should keep this in mind and should not waste this precious time in college. While it is important to learn everything which interests you, it is better to specialize and become proficient in one field. So I would suggest you to embrace the knowledge on IT and technology, as our country is also gradually aligning with the rest of the nations in the world driven by digital technologies. There are many available resources to teach you about IT skills and technological techniques if you start embracing it. So he is reminding us to learn the knowledge in the IT and technological fields, as our country is also slowly becoming a digitized nation. And last message that we have is from an anonymous. And that person, he doesn't want me to mention the name as well as his picture, so I don't display his name and the picture of him. So his message for us is, for me, I believe that college is a place where we can clear our path towards success. This is because even if you do not feel like to study, there are many other fields where we can exert our effort and make the college days fruitful. There are some students whom I know for building their skills in different fields besides the classroom learning. Thus, I would like to encourage all to focus either on excelling your academy or to engage yourself in something productive which would make you bring a positive impact on at least a community, if not a world. So in this regard, I would give you an example of one student here. You all might know 𝐸𝐻𝐻 𝐸𝐻𝐻, a director of our college. I knew him for carrying a camera and his other equipments to make musical videos and short movies. But I don't know how he was in his academic fields, but I'm sure that he is doing his best in the things which interest him. I could see many improvements in his musical videos of last year and this year. And here what I'm trying to say is that even if you don't feel like to study, engage yourself in things which interest you and give your 100% in the thing that you like, so that the world needs you. Now, this all I have from the college pass out and the 30 years student. And along with this message, I would like to recommend you all to watch the talk given by Jimeduji sir, which is available on Riksung Audio Visual, so as to get some ideas on how to spend your college life and how to make it meaningful. It's one of the human natures to not appreciate what we have before it turns into what we had. So my reminder for you is, don't be trapped by this nature and don't remain anchored to the traditional mindset of enjoying the days in college. Everything is getting advanced day by day, and sooner the system in the country would become like the Darwin's theory of evolution, the survival of the fittest. Thus, to be part of the fittest, appreciate what you have and make good use of it. And the thing that you have for now is the time in college. So make sure that you won't let change what you have into what you had before you get well equipped and well armored to face all the annoying circumstances which life holds for you in the future. Procrastination is a thief of time, so don't be a victim of it. Do it now. Now is the right time, and we are not too late. Especially you all are not too late to start all over again. And lastly, I would like to wish you all the best in your life, and I wish you the best in crafting your story into the version that you desire. And remember, there is only a person who has the ability to craft your story in a way you want, and that person is none other than you all. Thank you very much.